So dissolution of partnership. Partnership firm. There are two types of dissolution. One, dissolution of partnership firm or dissolution of firm. If A, B and C are partners. From this partnership, C retires. So after C retires, only A, B are partners. So this type of after C retirement, the relationship between A, B and C are coming to an end. After C retires, the relationship between A and B in partnership. So this type of dissolution is called dissolution of partnership. So in partnership, when one partner admitted or one partner retires or one partner becomes insolvent or death of partner, so the relationship between the existing partners are coming to an end. But the business of the partnership is not coming to an end. Only the relationship between the partners are coming to an end. So this type of dissolution is called dissolution of partnership. So in partnership, the relationship between the partners is coming not end. That is called dissolution of partnership. The dissolution of firm is completely, entirely different from partnership. So lot of differences is there. So dissolution of firm means relationship between the partners coming to an end and the business also coming to an end. So the causes for dissolution of partnership is one partner admission or retirement or death or one partner insolvent. Dissolution of firm. Dissolution of firm is entirely different from dissolution of partnership. So when dissolution of firm occurs, number one, dissolution by agreement among the partners. A partnership provides, agreement provides dissolution. Relationship between the all the partners coming to an end, not only relationship between the partners, all the business transaction are coming to an end. Or compulsory dissolution. This is very interesting point. Compulsory dissolution means one partner insolvent or retiring or contract. Partnership deed provides the partnership business is live for only 4 years or 3 years. On the occasion, after the expiry of the agreement, automatically the partnership is completely dissolved. Relationship between the partners also coming to an end. Partnership transaction also coming to an end. So lot of differences is there. Dissolution of partnership and the dissolution of firm. In your textbook, page number 228, the differences between partnership dissolution, firm dissolution clearly given in your textbook. Okay? Pause. So the accounting formalities of the dissolution. One, when assets transfer to realization. In dissolution, all the assets realized and all the liabilities were paid. When all assets transfer to realization, assets account coming to an end. All liability transfer to realization, liability account coming to an end. When assets transfer to realization, so the journal is realization account debtor to assets. Don't forget. Realization account debtor to assets. Here assets refers other than intangible assets and cash balances, cash and cash equivalents. Then liability transfer to realization. Here liability refers external liability only. Partners capital, partners loan, profit and loss account, any reserve not transferred to realization account. So partner belongingness, all partner belongingness is transferred to capital account. So when liability transfer to realization, liability account debtor to realization. Okay, now assets transfer to realization and liability also transfer to realization. Then next, when assets sold. Now the assets transfer to realization, all the assets transfer to realization, then no more assets account. When assets realized, you use bank account debtor to realization. Don't use assets name, because all assets transferred to already transferred to realization. When assets transferred to realization, assets account coming to one end. So when assets sold, debit what comes in bank account debtor to realization. Don't use the name of assets, because already assets account closed. When liability paid. So realization account debtor to bank. Don't use the liability name. Again I told, when creditors paid, don't use creditors name, because creditor account already closed. So realization account debtor to bank. When assets taken by partner, in some partnership, on the occasion of dissolution, some assets were taken by partner. On that occasion, the journal is partner's capital account debtor to realization. Okay. Same when liability taken by partner. So for that, the journal is realization account debtor to partner's capital account. So this is very important. When assets sold, bank account debtor to realization, don't use the name of assets, because the assets account already closed when assets transferred to realization. Same, when liability paid, realization account debtor to bank, don't use the liability name. Liability account completely closed when all liability transferred to realization other than capital of partners, resource and surpluses, profit and loss account, because these items are transferred to partners capital account, including current account also. So this is very important area relating to realization expenses. So realization expenses paid by firm. So there is one expenses. So realization account debtor to bank. Simply saying, because these expenses paid by the firm. So realization account debtor to bank. When the expenses paid by partner, realization firm not able to pay the realization expenses. On the occasion, only one partner paid the realization expenses, the journal was realization account debtor to partner's capital account. Okay, sir. Both the two journals are very easy. But in case number 3, this is very important, complicated one. Here, one partner undertook dissolution. For that business, firm ready to pay some remuneration to the partner. So partner paid remuneration by firm to undertake dissolution. So one partner undertook your dissolution. Dissolution activity means to realize the assets and to pay the debt. That's all. On that occasion, number 1, expenses paid by firm. So partner already get remuneration from firm. But the expenses was paid by the firm mean the expenses is reimbursed from partner to firm. So the generally is partner's capital account at all the time. On that occasion, partner's capital account repeated because that amount is reimbursed from partner. So because partner remuneration already paid, but the expenses paid by the firm. So that expenses reimbursed from partner. Simple. Expenses paid by partner, there is no entry because partner already paid for dissolution expenses. If one partner received 10,000 rupees for dissolution remuneration, he paid the expenses. That's not a problem. That is problem for partner, not for the firm. So there is no entry. So in the case number 3, agreed remuneration paid to partner. So some amount is fixed by the firm to the partner for the expenses. So on the time, the realization account at our partner's capital account, this is very important. In this case, partner appointed for dissolution activity. But in these two cases, no partner undertook the dissolution activity. So paid by firm, paid by the partner. But in this condition is very important condition. In this condition, one partner undertook dissolution activity. For that, partner get remuneration from the firm. There are 3 cases.